Cypress is finally open. Couldn't be more excited. Been a long, hot summer, drought, rains now, you name it, we've had it, but we've endured. These greens are great. They're going to mature very nicely, and they're going to be an awesome test of golf. So we're excited about that. It's not only a new grass, not a change of one grass out to the other. It's not that simple. It's a reinvention of the golf course like we've talked about over the last year. You're going to see bunkers now highlighted by some of the greens and the mounding. You're going to really see that whole process that we started with bunkers last year kind of come together with the greens. And I'll talk a little bit more about the expanded cuts of short grass. You're going to have all the way around the surfaces of the green, outside of the fairway. Really want to expose a lot of those mounds and slopes that are out there on the golf course now, and you'll be able to move the ball on the ground. So that's cool. The golf course is not fully mature, as you can expect. We're only 9 weeks into it at this point. So the greens are going to go through some processes. We're going to be lower and lower in heights, and we're going to do all that good stuff. So be patient with us on that. 9 weeks old, just like it was on Pecan last year. You saw how they changed in the matter of a month or two as we moved into the fall last year. So you'll see the same thing on Cypress. Hard to believe in only 9 weeks time the greens have gone from sprigs to where they're at now, being open and rolling. Not perfect yet, but definitely open, 100% coverage. Now the work starts as we try to get them mature. Just because we're open doesn't mean that we're done or where we want to be, obviously. It's going to take some time. We're still going to lower mowing heights. We're going to continue to do the cultural things necessary to get greens to where they're at, just like you see on Pecan. So bear with us on that, but we're definitely headed in the right direction. I'm really excited about where we're going to take it, and I think we're going to have 36 golf holes of just amazing greens that anyone in Houston, anyone in Texas will be proud of. So as you can kind of tell behind me, these greens have really gotten bigger. We went from 2.5 acres of putting greens to now we're at 4 acres, including the collar cut. So that's a massive expansion compared to what they were. A lot of them will go out 5 to 10 feet from where they were before. You kind of see what I'm talking about here with these expanded areas that didn't used to be greens. You got a line that's here now. Kind of goes and defines the edge of the green. Where outside of that beforehand would have been fairway grass, 419 grass. Kind of see how it goes all around. That's going to be our new collar height. So you're going to have a 5 to 8 foot line around the greens that's at just a little bit higher than greens height. So you can kind of see that collar line a little bit better here. Going to be grown at probably closer to 1/4 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, compared to around 1/10 of an inch on the green. Someone asked me, why wouldn't you just go all the way out to the edge with the green? Well, part of that is we went out to the outer limits of the greens cavity, right? Where the liner is, where the sand profile is, that's kind of where we've made our line. Now we went outside of that with these new collars because I can grow Tiff Eagle a lot better at 1/4 of an inch or so than I could at 1/10 of an inch on clay. So it gives you a better surface than the 419 or fairway grass that you'll have out there that's 1/2 inch. It gives you closer to 1/4 of an inch for you to putt or chip. Makes the greens appear a lot larger, brings a lot of other pin locations back into play. greens are done, bunkers are done last year. Now the glue that kind of brings it all together, ties it all in, is the expansion of the short grass cuts. You're going to see off the fairway anywhere from 10 to 40 yards of width added per hole. I think almost every hole's been affected. You're going to see short grass around the greens. You're going to see mounds that were hidden in the rough that are now exposed on the fairway height. So balls rolling a little bit offline here or there are going to have some added movement to them. You know, greens and spots, mounds around the greens are actually going to help you. If you hit off of them, it's going to actually help the ball carry on to the green. So you're going to see a whole new edition of the short game from the ground that you're going to experience when you play out here. So it kind of brings it all together. Really, you'll see on a lot of these holes where it kind of perches the greens up to where they're really a lot more visible, and you can see a lot of the contours in them a lot better than you could before. Look back from green to tee and see some of those cool fairway expansions and just how much it's going to change. 5 to 10 yards on each side. Wide fairway expansions where we used to have bunkers. Now you've got short grass and interesting mounding, creating for some cool rolls off of certain drives. We also, all of our bunkers now will have fairway cut going into the edge. So any ball rolling at the bunker is going to go in. Fairway cuts going in the bunker. And we did take a lot of this time during the closure to work on a few other areas that you're going to see around the golf course. You'll see some sod in spots. You'll see sprigs, areas that are growing in. We did a couple little cart path spots here and there. We did a lot of extra little work within the confines of our budget. You know, as I said before, the course is not fully mature. It's going to take some time. So the way that you can help us out is by trying to keep golf carts out of these areas. Keep them off sod, keep them off sprigs, keep them off dirt areas. My little rule of thumb is if you're driving on dirt, you shouldn't be. So there's plenty of turf out there. Drive on it. Keep those areas growing. Keep them healing from less traffic. You know, my goal since I've been here is to try to get 100% turf grass on this property. Not there yet, obviously, but we've made a lot of progress in a lot of areas. So you can definitely help us out.